is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve. There is an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve.
Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. My name is Thomas Hunt, and this is the World Crypto Network. The price of Bitcoin is up 4.15% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 11,660, a high of 11,701, and a low of 11,085. That's $1 for 8,576 Satoshis. Volume was 4,299 Bitcoins changing hands. The market continues to lean margin long with 81% heading that direction. Bitcoin dominance was at 61%. Our top stories. Young investors have flooded into Bitcoin during the pandemic, while the older generation can't get enough of gold, a team of JP Morgan analysts said. Well, that's good. Bloomberg, Bitcoin is stabilizing at 6 times the price of gold. Bloomberg suggests that the price of Bitcoin is stabilizing at 6 times the price of gold, yet it contends that the asset is still undervalued. Square revenue surges 64% on Cash App online orders. And what's the magic word for Square? Bitcoin. Nowhere in the Bloomberg article. No Bitcoin mentioned. Bitfinex offers $400 million reward for return of $1.3 billion in stolen Bitcoin. Nearly 120,000 Bitcoin were stolen from Bitfinex in 2016. Bitcoin price rebounds to 11.6 as VIX is extremely bullish. A fresh surge for Bitcoin USD sees bears increasingly left behind as the weekend's $1,200 drop gets almost canceled out. Bitcoin soared past the key technical resistance level of $11,500 and past $11,600 on August 5th as a fresh round of bullish sentiment canceled out more of last weekend's plunge. Data from Coin360 showed Bitcoin reaching 4-day highs of 11,650 at press time on Wednesday, having gained over 4% in the past 24 hours. Excitement remains palatable for Bitcoin, which has spent the week slowly patching up losses after it fell $1,200 from highs of $12,000 on Sunday. Federal Reserve may unleash wildly bullish environment for safe havens. Bitcoin could surge higher if the United States Federal Reserve seeks to raise inflation in a move that doesn't make any sense. In an address last week, Federal Chair Jerome Powell revealed the results of a year-long review that would dictate future policy would come as soon as next month. This, as CNBC reported on August 4th, would mean that the Fed sticks to lower interest rates for the year in order to get inflation to a target of 2%. Annual inflation to June was 0.6. As a result, recent all-time highs for safe haven assets should continue, with gold, silver, and potentially Bitcoin all feeling the benefits of the Fed's measures. Edward Yardeni, president of Yardeni Research, told the publication that a 2% inflation target would see real yields persistently lower, the dollar lower, volatility lower, credit spreads lower, and equities higher. It would be wildly bullish for both gold and silver, he added. Bitcoin has recently copied the record rise of safe havens, with press time levels passing $11,600 on the back of quarterly gains of almost 60%. Cointelegraph reported on Wednesday Multiple statistics show a surge of interest and investment in the cryptocurrency over the past few months. Continuing, another analyst warned that a shift to higher inflation would cause more pain for the average consumer and fly in the face of logic. It doesn't make any economic sense whatsoever, CNBC quoted Peter Bachvar, chief investment officer at Bleakley Advisory Group, as saying, "The consumer is very fragile right now. The last thing we should be shooting for is a higher cost of living." VIX trend means Bitcoin stays extremely bullish. Summarizing the plans, Gabor Gurbax, a strategist at Bitcoin-friendly investment manager Van Eck, painted a grim future for the US dollar and those who hold it. The two options with fiat money is to spend it fast before it inflates, or put it in speculative markets artificially propped up by bank-printed money, he wrote on Twitter. Fiat money is not a savings instrument. The average person doesn't understand this. Meanwhile, another indicator of potential further gains for Bitcoin came in the form of its relationship to the VIX Volatility Index this week. As noted by Brave New Coin analyst Josh Olszewski, declines in VIX typically spell gains for Bitcoin USD, with the downtrend continuing for several months. Historically, extremely bullish for Bitcoin, he tweeted. VIX is derived from the activity on the S&P 500, a stock market with which Bitcoin has historically demonstrated an up to 95% correlation. Bitcoin's pause may serve as consolidation before a push higher, according to Bloomberg. Bitcoin's surge in the past week got a lot of hearts pumping. Now, technical indicators suggest enthusiasts could see it make another move higher soon. Based on its recent price trend, Bitcoin appears to be consolidating before its next jump, which could take it back to $12,000, a resistance level dating back to last August. In addition, the coin is in overbought territory according to its 14-day Relative Strength Index, which measures the magnitude and persistence of price movement. And another technical gauge suggests Bitcoin could move higher, based on the Trading Envelope Indicator, which smooths moving averages to map out higher and lower limits. The token's price is below the upper limit of the band, typically seen as a positive development. That's about all the news we have for Bitcoin today. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and a share, and subscribe down below. Check out the World Crypto Network store at worldcryptonetwork.store, where you can get your own Treasures Don't Float t-shirt, Bitcoin Not Bombs Bitcoin 2020 Special Halvening Edition, and the World Crypto Network mug and shirt, and more at the worldcryptonetwork.store. The price of Bitcoin is still up 3.9% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 11,645, a high of 11,701, and a low of 11,085. That's $1 for 8,587 Satoshis. Volume was 4,292. The market continues to lean long, with 81% of the market heading that direction. Bitcoin dominance was at 61%. Today was Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, bye-bye.